watched our fishing reports this season, you know I've had my fingers crossed all season long for clam tides, and finally we have a good series of clam tides. Now, today our tide is a -2-foot tide, which is fantastic for clam digging. So I came out today, I have my clam net and my shovel, and I'm gonna go try to dig some razor clams. What we can probably expect for today, since the surf was pretty intense and pounding yesterday and we've had some pretty hard rains too, these clams are likely going to be pretty deep in the sand. So I'll show some techniques of how you can get clams once they're deeper and a little bit harder to get, and great ways to spot clams. It's one of my favorite things to do. I've done it since I was old enough to hold a clam shovel, but it's a really family-friendly activity. So if you don't spend a lot of time in the outdoors and you want to try some recreational stuff, I highly recommend clam digging. So let's go find some clams. So depending on the kind of tide and the weather, it's important to dress for clam digging. Now usually I would wear a full pair of waders so that I can, get wet, be in the surf. But some days like today, when you have a really big tide, so a big minus tide, a good tide is -1.5, -1 foot tide, but a -2-foot tide, the likelihood of us being in the surf is pretty unlikely. So I know that I'm gonna be dry and digging, and so I can be a little bit out of the water, and I can wear pants, a good pair of boots, and this is it. This is all I've got. Oli, come on. A lot of times people see these and get kind of excited, and sometimes you'll see razor clams up in this area, but this is actually ghost shrimp or sand shrimp holes. So a bunch of little sand shrimp live underneath these little mounds, and a lot of them look like razor clams, but generally aren't. You have to go a little bit past this to get to the clams. Now, you can tell that they're ghost shrimp because of the mounds, but also because there are just so many of them scattered together. They kind of live in big groups like this. So you can safely bypass these and get to the clams. Let's go, Oli. Come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Little one. Yeah, so 3 feet down. There he is. Good clam, deep in the sand. So I'm just gonna keep moving along on some of these shows that are popping up. So if this is the show I'm going for, I'm gonna go about 4 inches above it, 4 or 5 inches above it, straight down with the blade, using my body weight to lever up. Use a little bit deeper. So away we go. Good job, Oli. Keep at it, bud. Oli loves digging clams. Watch out. Watch out. Ah! There's the rest of him. I pinched his head off from pulling him too deep. There's 3. So the limit is 15. That's what I'm going for. And you do have to take the first 15 that you dig, regardless of size. Boy, these babies are deep today. It's not a bad one at all. I like that. Anything left, Oli? Get it. Another way to dig clams besides the shovel is using the clam gun. It's a PVC pipe that you hold like so and you drill it down over the hole. Lots of folks in the area are using them. It's most predominantly what's used out here, but in my culture, we use a shovel, and it's a tougher technique to learn. It's a little bit more of a learning curve, but once you learn how to do it, it's significantly easier than a clam gun. So today we will shovel. Ew, look at that. Woohoo! All the things that you find out here.
Holy, don't eat that.
Don't eat it. You know how we fish with surf perch?
Yeah.
That would be amazing surf perch bait. You know how they're called razor clams? When you're digging deep like this and you're feeling around for that shell, boy, it can be sharp. So here we go. We got another. 6. Another nice one. This is what we call a mossy back. Sorry, start to get that. It's not the biggest mossy back I've ever had, but this is an eater.
Are the clams bigger because it's been a year?
I think so. I think the clams are bigger because it hasn't been. It's been a long time since they've had a lot of digs. And you know, in the last week there have been a few, but it still hasn't been a lot. Hey, come on. And if you've got them by the neck, pull slow so you don't pull their neck off. Look at that. Woo! Good job, Bubby. So you saw me dig with a shovel, and I mentioned you can also dig with a clam gun. And on our way to the beach, we saw that my friend Tito was here, and he has his clam hawk gun. So Tito is a local business. Can you tell us a little bit about why your clam guns are the top-notch ones?
Well, I appreciate that, and we don't typically advertise. We don't need to. This gun, for whatever reason, which we all know, is it sells itself out on the beach. What happens is this is our clam hog. It's a 5-inch barrel. This one is 37 inches tall. We have different sizes. People get out there on the beach that don't dig too much, or they use a shovel, or they use a PVC clam gun, and they see people using our black and yellow guns, and they see how easy it is. They just get it down, and it comes up so easy that next thing you know, somebody's saying, hey, can I try that? And then my phone rings, or they run to England Marine, where we sell them as well, and next thing you know, they're buying them. So the guns work great. We're very happy with the product. Everybody loves them, and the one everybody's copying too. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Where can people find you to order their own?
Well, you can go to www.crabhawk.com. Online, I'm on Facebook. I have several different places that you can go online, or England Marine. England Marine's always a great place. They're like family to me.
That's amazing. I always recommend to try the clam gun because it makes the learning curve so much easier if you're a first-time clam digger. So definitely get a hold of Tito and try a clam hog. I'm actually here for my crab hawks because I'm a huge fan, you know this, of the crab hawk. So we'll grab some of those and then we'll head on out.
Yeah.
All right, it's Oli's turn. Okay, Oli, right there. There's a clam. Get it. Yeah. Go, 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 go. Go, go, yeah. Keep going. Yes. 2 at a time. 2 at a time. 2 at a time. Look at that. Whoa. You got it. Yay. 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 Yeah. Woo. Good job, Oli. Good job. Good job. Yeah, that's yours. See? Good boy. All right, let's put it in the net. That got away. Nope. Woo. 9. Look at that little dimpler. Just barely a little dimple. Got it? Ah, woo. It's like right there, so I can't dig too hard. Tiny hole, bigger clam. Not huge. That's 10. Nice and close. I like that. Good clam. 11. Got it. Gotta love deep clams. Ah, feeling. I don't want to go in too fast because I'll cut my fingers. Oh, I got his neck. What's in there? What's in there, Bubby? What is it? We're going! Yay! Okay, 2 more. Woo! All right, buddy. 1 more. It's a good last one. Let's go. Good boy. For transporting them home, I have a cooler here and I've rinsed off my clams in the surf. Now I took up some water while I was out near the ocean and I'm gonna go ahead and just let my little net of clams sit in there and they're going to expel out some of the sand, and then by the time we get home they'll be significantly easier to clean now that they're not so full of sand. So rinse in the ocean, get a bucket or a cooler and fill it up with some water, dunk your clams in there, leave them separated in their nets, and you're good to go. We had some success today, clam digging. I got my limit. Matt, who is holding the camera, got his limit too. Now, when we were digging, there's no party digging with clam digging. I had a net and I caught all my clams. I kept them in a separate container and then Matt went and dug all of his clams. We've got them all laid out to show. I'm excited to get these back, get them cleaned up and maybe fry some, turn them into clam fritters. There's so many different ways to cook these up, but the next step is to get them cleaned and ready to eat. I'm so glad that I was able to enjoy a clam dig here on the Washington coast. Look for more up and coming clam dates on the WDFW page, and we will see you for next week's episode.